Guys, Keith here from Body Activation, and we're here at the Milwaukee Baseball Academy to show you guys a thrower's warm-up. We're going from point A to point B and doing things right from the start. Hey guys, if you want the written guide for this, just sign up at bodyactivation.com for our newsletter. We'll send that out to you right away. Standing integrated lower, we're going to start out with hip flexion and hip extension. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're holding onto the wall really well so that it's not a balance thing, but you're focusing on lifting the lead leg and driving the leg that's actually closest to the wall into the ground. And that's exactly what you're going to want to do with all these supported leg lifts. This hip abduction, make sure that you're driving the leg into the ground that's closest to the wall. With the standing hip adduction, you're driving the outside leg towards the wall. You can lightly abduct the hip by driving it out slightly and then again crossing it in front or in back of the body. And the standing hip extension flexion, we're doing it with a bent knee to make sure that, again, you're lightly bringing it up in flexion and then driving it back with the glute into extension while the other leg is driving into the ground to support your body. Make sure that you're holding onto the wall again, because you don't want this to be a balance activity. Make sure that you're really feeling the lower part of the leg as you're squeezing the calves and driving yourself up to the ceiling. And right here, you're just going to do the opposite. Make sure you're not rocking back and forth. You can also put your back against the wall in case you rock way too much when you're trying to lift your toes up and the ankle up. Now with these bent knee hip circles, you want to make sure, again, you're holding onto the wall, you're starting out nice and slow, and you can gradually increase the size of the circle and the speed. A goal of the hip circle in all warm-up exercises is to have a better understanding of how to move the segments of your body. Make sure you perform all these isopositional uppers by starting by lightly pushing into the positions rather than shoving as hard as you can. If you feel a stretch, you are going way too hard. We perform each one of these exercises with about 3 to 4 repetitions, and that ranges between 6 to 10-second holds per repetition. On the rotational exercises, try not to have the shoulder blades lift up off the ground. On the shoulder horizontal abduction with internal rotation, try not to bend the elbow. Also focus on gradually bringing the arm across the body by shoving into the opposite hand. The main purpose of this one is to actually flex the elbow, so gradually collapsing the elbow, trying to get the palms towards the shoulders, but lightly. And the same is with turning the hands out and lightly trying to bring the back side of the hand towards the shoulder. In elbow extension, we're trying to squeeze the elbow straight with the palms up. I'm going to drive the elbow straight again, except this time with the palms facing down. Next, all we're going to do is make sure that the palms are folding in on themselves. And then when driving the wrist away into extension. With the arm series, you want to make sure that you're starting fairly slow. We're doing standard arm circumduction out to the side and abduction, and then we're going to take that to a forward and backward circle, and eventually we're going to take that to horizontal abduction where we're going across the body, and then from there we're going to go into shoulder internal and external rotation in opposite manner and flexion extension in opposite manner. Again, starting very slow and controlled and gradually increasing the speed as you warm the tissues up. The whole purpose of the warm-up is to make sure that our exercises start very general and then work towards more specific. And you're focusing on body control and then ramping up the speed. I want to give a special thanks out to Cody over at Milwaukee Baseball Academy for being our guinea pig today. You can go ahead and check them out at MilwaukeeBaseballAcademy.com. And make sure you go to body-activation.com and sign up for our newsletter at the bottom of the page.